Hey guys, it's the end of the year 2023, and this year we've seen some really interesting gadgets in our online gadget find series. Here is a massive list of all our favorites from this year, so get your popcorn ready and let's get started. The first product on our list is a new pair of headphones from Sony, the 720Ns. These are basically like a premium over-the-ear headphone with noise cancellation, but it is available for basically half the price of their premium lineup. They offer 360 reality audio and they have the new V1 integrated processor. They also offer up active noise cancellation and wind reduction capabilities. Now they offer 35 hours of battery life with active noise cancellation on and up to 50 hours of battery life with noise cancellation off. They work with the same Sony Headphones Connect app and they weigh in at only 192 grams. As far as the sound is concerned, it's got ample amounts of bass and you can of course customize this through the Sony Headphones app. But more importantly, it does have a really bright and vivid sound structure, so it sounds great while listening to music or while watching video content. The headphones are extremely lightweight and comfortable for long periods of time, and they offer a really nice sound along with noise cancellation. You also have transparency mode and you also have 360 reality audio, which is like a spatial sound feature that is built into Sony premium line of headphones. The processor is the same as the 1000X series, so it's basically a premium headphone for a budget price, and I definitely recommend this if you don't want to shell out the premium money for the premium range of headphones. Go check it out, we'll have it linked in the description below. The next product we're checking out is this foldable wireless charger. So again, this is a 3-in-1 device with two 15-watt wireless chargers and an Apple Watch charger built in. And the good thing about this is it lays flat like a charging mat, but then it folds up as well. Another cool thing is that it has a transparent design, so you can actually see the coils and the electronics inside, which looks super cool. And it gives it this industrial look. With a single cable, you can charge two phones or a phone, a pair of earphones, and the Apple Watch on this. The good thing about this is that it folds up and you can take it with you anywhere, so makes it portable, and it's extremely versatile, really well made. So if you're looking for something which is a little more high-end, a little more portable, this one is definitely recommended. Moving along with the same theme but a different product, we're checking out this flat charging cable. Now it's a flat cable, but it's got a braided design, so it's super cool looking. And then the ends are all metal and they're changeable. So you can switch between a USB type A to a USB type C. You can also switch between a USB type A to a lightning port, but then you can also do type C to lightning and then also do type C to type C. So it's got a 4-in-1 sort of design. It supports 60 watts of total charging speeds, and then it also has a 1.5 meter length. The flat braided design is super cool, prevents it from getting tangled, and the metal end caps are really robust and durable, something that we really wanted and we found on this cable. So definitely go check this out. We'll have it linked in the description below. We found this 6-in-1 GaN charger. Now this is a 140 watt GaN charger that has 3 USB-C ports that support a maximum of 100 watts, and then you have 3 USB-A ports that support a maximum of 30 watts. With all devices connected, you'll get a maximum 140 watt output, which is impressive. This GaN charger also has power displays above each and every port, telling you how much power each and every device is consuming and whether they're sustaining fast charging or not, so that you can monitor your devices while they're being charged and make sure they're charging at high speeds. Another thing that made it really useful for us was its ability to be connected directly to the wall using multiple plugs that it comes with. So you can have a UK style plug which is more secure on the wall, or you can switch to an EU style plug if that's the only outlet you have. The best part of all of this is that the device also includes an outlet extension, so you can basically extend the connection jack with a 2-meter cable which is included inside the box. This allows you to make this device a extension style USB-C GaN charger, which makes it useful so that I can place it on top of a desk instead of having it plugged onto the wall, making it a little more convenient. The next product we picked up is this Hue dimmer switch. This is a newer generation dimmer switch, even though the listing shows the old generation, and for the price it's actually available for a much lower price than even overseas. This allows you to control the lights. We picked up multiple of these. You can pair this up with the Hue hub, and what it allows you to do is control the lights of a specific area. So in our studio, for example, we can control the lights from the remote. You can set up 4 presets, so you can have 4 different colors, brightnesses, etc. Set up that in the app and then just press the Hue button. It'll change and go through the colors. It's also magnetic in nature, so you can attach it to anything that is ferrous, and it comes with a back plate as well, so you can attach the back plate. You can screw it on, or it does come with adhesive strips, so you can attach it onto the wall and then use this on that. So useful either way. If you have any Hue devices, this is great. We have a lot of these, so I picked up a few of these. I'll have it linked in the description below if you guys are interested in checking it out. Another cool product I picked up was this desktop fan. Now typically when you buy a desktop fan, it's of really poor quality. This one is actually really good quality, and it's relatively inexpensive for what it's capable of. It's really well built. It looks nice. It has a built-in LED light and a built-in timer as well. It has a tripod that comes with the fan, so you can attach it to a tripod, but you can also hang the fan if that is what you're looking for. It has a built-in soft light, so that's great if you're doing video calls. You can actually use this for video calls. You can also open up the fan to clean it up, and it has a built-in timer, so you can turn off the fan automatically after 1 hour, 3 hours, or 5 hours. You can set that up. It has an impressive battery life as well, and you can angle it in any direction thanks to the tripod and the head. Definitely something I recommend for your desk. It's fairly powerful. It's completely quiet because it is a DC fan, so definitely recommend it. I'll have it linked in the description below. The first product we have is a MagSafe 3-in-1 charging station. Now this is primarily designed for Apple devices, so if you have an iPhone with MagSafe capabilities, you can attach the iPhone with MagSafe on the front, and the front charger supports up to 15 watts. On the top, you do have a charging point for an Apple Watch, so if you do have an Apple Watch, you can place it on there and wirelessly charge that as well. And then below that is a point for wireless earphones, although this will charge other wireless charging devices as well, but this is primarily designed for earphones. So if you have AirPods or any other wireless charging earphones, those will come and sit on there. And a whole charging hub offers a total of 22.5 watts of charging capabilities, and the frame is made out of solid aluminium and it has a lot of heft to it. It's also available in this space gray color, which makes it look really nice. The next product on our list is this ultimate soaker. Now that the summer is here, this toy, which is basically designed for kids, can also be used by adults because it is so cool. It has a built-in motor and a 600cc water tank, and it has rechargeable batteries that are included. All you need to do is charge up the batteries, put them in the soaker, and then fill up the tank with water, and away you go. It also sounds incredible and shoots to quite a big distance. It's rated for about 40 feet, but you can easily go about 20 to 30 feet without any problem. Unlike typical soakers, this pushes water out in dots, so as they push out, they travel a lot of distance, and they do have a good impact as well. You can have a lot of fun with this, especially if you get multiple of these and make a Sunday out of it. Checking out this handheld gaming device. Now this is mostly a Game Boy lookalike, and this has a ton of games preloaded onto it. Now this is a Linux-based gaming distro which is pre-installed on this, and it is a pretty cool device with a really nice high-resolution display that allows you to play lots of games. Now it does come with a ton of games preloaded, but you can download a lot of ROMs and install them yourself. You'll find all your favorite games, and the controller layout is pretty comfortable to use for long periods of time. You do have 2 joysticks and your typical D-pad on the front, along with 4 function buttons. And then if you go on the back, you'll find shoulder trigger buttons that are placed on the back as well. So you have a combination of different styles of games that you can easily play on this. It has a USB-C port for charging, as well as a USB-C OTG port, which can be used to connect a Wi-Fi dongle and then update this device over the air. It's a pretty cool device. I've been having a lot of fun with this, and it includes all my retro favorites. And it also has a pretty decent quality built-in speaker, so that you can enjoy your gaming sessions without needing headphones. Although if you do want to plug in headphones, there is a headphone jack at the bottom. Next up, we are checking out this humidifier. This is a really nice looking humidifier that has a pretty large water tank. You remove the top and you can add water. There's a designated point for you dropping the water in, and there's also a max fill line with which you can know what the maximum amount of water it takes in is. The best thing about this humidifier is that it looks pretty clean, but there also is a built-in LED light, which once turned on makes the steam coming out of the humidifier almost look like flames. So this is hence called a flame humidifier. It also has a few other colors that you can choose from, but the primary fire type color, which are the orange LEDs, look the best according to me, but you do have a range of RGB colors that you can choose from. It's a pretty neat design and it functions nicely. It gives you a nice aesthetic feel. You can have this running in the background. It's great for having in your house, especially when the air conditioning is on all the time, drying your air. This humidifier will help greatly with that. This humidifier also accepts essential oils, and there is also a window which shows the light in a flame pattern. But we found that you can also flip it around, so if you don't want to look at that flame pattern, you can put it on the back side and have a clean looking aesthetic, which we personally prefer. Go check it out, we'll have it linked in the description below. Next up, we are checking out this magnetic wireless power bank. This does have MagSafe capabilities, so it will attach to your smartphone, especially Apple devices which do have MagSafe with magnets around the ring. So not only can you use this as a power bank, but you can also use it as a wireless charging mat. It has a built-in 10,000 mAh battery, but one of the coolest things about this is that it also has an Apple Watch charger built in. If you have an Apple Watch and an iPhone, you can charge both of those devices together. Another interesting thing is that it also charges via a lightning cable. So if you're using a lightning cable, then all you need is to carry one cable to charge up the power bank or your iPhone, and that basically simplifies a lot of things. You can also traditionally use a USB-C cable if you prefer to do that, and then it also has an out via USB-C or via USB-A, which you can also use to charge up your devices. Pretty cool accessory, slightly on the pricier side, but well worth the money with the kind of features it offers. Go check it out, we'll have it linked in the description below. The first product we're checking out is this indoor air quality monitor. This is a 5-in-1 monitor that tests for CO2. It also checks for temperature and humidity. It also measures the formaldehyde in the air, and it also measures the total volatile organic compounds. We primarily were looking for a CO2 monitor for the office to figure out what our CO2 levels are and if we needed to reduce them. Now, typical CO2 monitors have a dispersive infrared reading, which is not really accurate, and typically industrial level monitors have NDIR sensors, which are non-disruptive infrared sensors, and this device actually has an NDIR sensor, which is why we picked it up. We measured the readings in the office in different areas and found it to be a little more than safer, which is expected to be under 1000, and our readings were showing between 1400 and 1500 ppm. We added some fresh air into our mix and reduced the CO2 levels considerably, and now we are in the safe zone for offices indoors, which is great. This monitor can be used with a cable, and it has a USB-C port on the back, or you can use an 18650 battery. The battery is not included, but if you pop in the battery, this device will charge the battery and then you can use it without a wire. The battery will last about 8 to 9 hours on a full charge, and it takes about the similar amount of time to charge up the battery as well. In case you're looking for a CO2 monitor, we'll have it linked in the description below, and we'll also link some models which are definitely much more cheaper, but they're not of the NDIR variety, which this one is. Next up, we're checking out a really cool speaker. Now, this is a compact speaker that is made out of metal. It weighs in at about 250 grams, but is built really well. It's extremely rugged. It's got extremely tactile buttons and knobs all over it, which make it almost like a fidget device. It has a built-in flashlight and an RGB ring on the front. The speaker itself is a 5-watt speaker, and it sounds really good for the size. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They trying to block all my blessings. They thought I lost a stepping. I bet on me and my team. And it has about an 8-hour battery life. The speaker has a 1000 mAh battery that charges via a Type-C port that is covered with a flap. Overall, looking at the speaker, you'll think that it has a tiny sound, but it's actually really loud. But you also have another variant of this speaker that we also checked out, is this one with a fidget spinner on the front. It's basically the same speaker that we had previously, but this one also has a fidget spinner on the front, because why not? This one looks cooler according to me, and while the sound and everything else is the same, you make it right. I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. the same 5-watt speaker, the same 1000 milliamp hour battery, the same charging and discharging times, and the same sound, this one just is a little bit better. We'll have both of these linked in the description below. You can go check them out. Next up, we're checking out this device for your car. Now, if you have an infotainment system in your car that supports wired Android Auto and wired CarPlay, this device will convert it into wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay. While versions of this existed previously, they could only convert CarPlay into wireless CarPlay, but not Android Auto into wireless Android Auto. This version works with both, so it doesn't matter whether you're using Android Auto or you're using CarPlay, it will convert both of them into wireless, and it's really compact and really simple to use. Just use the included USB cables to connect to your car's USB port, and then connect this device to your smartphone, and it'll pop up on the screen and you'll suddenly be using Android Auto or CarPlay depending on what device you're using, and it works flawlessly. This is definitely smoother than the previous generations, and the linking is also much faster, so it's almost instantaneous and there's no lag whatsoever. We tested it in a few cars and we didn't have any issues connecting to both Android Auto and CarPlay, and the previous version I had used to struggle with CarPlay a little bit, but this one works flawlessly. Now, if you're interested in buying this device, we'll have it linked in the description below, and we'll also leave a code where you can get a really good discount on this device, so go check it out, and let's move on to our next product. Is this Marshall Woburn II speaker. Now, Marshall's speakers and amplifiers are industry known, but now they're more into consumer audio and headphones, and these are basically at-home use built-in speakers. They're powered speakers, and they do offer up multiple connectivity options, and you do have a certain improvement on the design. So the third generation of the Woburn does offer up a completely new look versus the first and the second generation, and you do have a lot of recycled materials in there as well as the leather that you see is vegan leather. And the one thing that they've done is they've removed natural materials from the back and replaced it with plastic. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it doesn't affect the sound at all. But you do have plastic on the back, which sort of takes away from the authentic Marshall feel, I feel. But anyway, on the top you have this really nice analog control switch pad thing, which allows you to not only turn on the Woburn III with a toggle switch. You have nice knurled knobs that allow you to control the bass, the treble, as well as the volume. And then you also have a switch to control your music tracks, as well as the ability to switch between different inputs. So it does have HDMI ARC. So if you do have a television that does support HDMI output, you can get audio to play through this. Again, it's a little finicky, but it will work with most televisions. I tested it out with the Sony TV, and it works fine. What's also interesting is that the Woburn III also has an app which allows you to not only update the software but also manage certain controls on the speaker. And the Woburn III also has a LE audio chip in there, which once a software update is available for the hardware, you'll be able to connect with multiple Woburn speakers in your house directly from the app, and then you can play music on all of them together simultaneously, which will be great, but it doesn't work out of the box, so that's a little bit of a letdown. But as far as the music quality is concerned, here are a few samples. I'll also include another Marshall speaker that I have, and I'll also show you a comparison with the HomePod. So let's have a listen. The Woburn III also is a three-way audio speaker, so you do have a subwoofer, a mid-range, and tweeters, and this is the first time they've done this for the Woburn. Previously they were 2-channel, this time they're 3-channel. You can save some money, get the previous generation one, but if you want forward compatibility and you also want the ability to have Bluetooth LE audio, then the Woburn III definitely makes up for future-proofing as far as a few years is concerned. And then you also have HDMI ARC, so if you do have a home
theater setup experience that you want to add the Woburn III to, then you can do that as well.
We also picked up the smart electric kettle. This one has 20 functions built into it. It's made out of borosilicate glass and comes with a base that has 20 presets. The kettle has 800 watts of power and all the touch points are made out of stainless steel 304, which makes it really food grade and also safe for doing things that you can actually do with this kettle apart from basic things like boiling water, which you can do with any electric kettle. This also includes an infuser that allows you to infuse tea or any other things that you might want to add into your drink, and you can infuse it directly using the stainless steel infuser that is included inside the box. You also have a dedicated tea functions. If you are planning on brewing tea in this, you can do that as well. You also have other presets that allow you to make soup or porridge in this kettle. And of course, if you're thinking of boiling eggs, this does include an egg stand, so you can add up to 5 eggs and pop the kettle onto the egg mode, which will allow you to make eggs in the kettle. The overall design is nice, and because of the see-through nature, you can do all of these activities because you can actually see what is being cooked inside the kettle and what the status is. As far as tea is concerned, this also makes for a great tea infuser because you can actually see the color of the tea while it's being infused. The build quality is also really nice and the stand is super sturdy. The touchscreen on the front is very responsive and the display is clear. Because of it being 800 watts, it boils up really quickly as well. So overall, we are pretty impressed with this kettle. Go check it out. We'll have it linked in the description below.
I found on Amazon is this locomotive for your desk. Now this is a engine or a steam engine that is fairly well made for being plastic. It's got a few functions. One of them is that it has a built-in speaker, but more importantly, it is also a humidifier. But the coolest thing about this is that once you fill in the water and you plug in the cable and you press the humidifier button, you actually do hear a engine sound, and it also mimics an engine starting up. It's a fun little accessory for your desk. The built-in speaker is also good and it can be used for taking calls.
The iPhone has a built-in document scanner. So if you go into the Files app and press the 3 dots on the top,
It's not the best desktop speaker that you can get for this price, but the novelty of the entire thing is really good. And like I mentioned, the finish and the look of this gadget is really unique and it'll look great on your desk. And then you also have the built-in functionality that will make it a conversation piece, if nothing else. Now, how can this be an Amazon gadget video without a good vacuum cleaner? I found this cordless vacuum cleaner that has a few functions. First of all, I have to say that for the price, this is extremely well built and it is extremely powerful as well. You do get a whole host of accessories with this. And my favorite is this bendy tube. So this is basically a collapsing tube. But unlike other vacuum cleaners that have a flimsy, flexible hose, this one can actually be pointed in a certain direction, which will make getting into tighter areas really easy. And despite being flexed around, this thing stays rigid, which is really cool. The device claims a 5200 Pascal suction, which is fairly strong, and this vacuum cleaner is really strong. It can even pick up screws and bolts, so no issues over there. And the cool party trick in this is that if you use this attachment on the vent side and remove any nozzles, this turns into a fairly strong blower. It will not replace a dedicated blower, but it'll be great for removing dust from your small items, removing dust from between the keys in your keyboard, and you can see that it easily blows away all the screws. It's a fairly strong air pressure that it generates from the vacuum cleaner, and it works as a blower as well. It's a compact device. It comes with a few accessories, also a carry bag, and it'll be great for your home or even your car. Go check it out. I'll have links to this in the description below.
The first product we're checking out is this Type-C cable. Now this is a standard Type-C to Type-C cable, but it supports USB 4 speeds. It's got a braided cable and really nice metal end connectors, which give it a really nice and robust overall build quality. Now this cable has a display, and we've shown off display cables in the past. But the good thing about this one is that it is USB 4, so it does support 40 gigs of data speeds. You can also use it to connect an 8K display if you do have Thunderbolt displays, and it also works as a really fast charging cable, and it supports up to 240 watts. Now we've seen cables like these in the past and they typically support 100 watts, and this one supports up to 240 watts, and the display also shows up to 240 watts. Now the highest consuming device that we personally have is the MacBook Pro 16-inch, and that consumes about 140 watts. at peak, and this cable will display that. It's 3 feet long and it basically works with any device that uses USB-C to USB-C, and pretty nice quality. We'll have it linked in the description below. Bear in mind that this is frequently sold out, but we'll have it linked nonetheless. Next up, we're checking out this Apple Magic Mouse adapter. Now, typically if you use an Apple Magic Mouse, you love it and you hate it at the same time, because the touch gestures and the overall fluidness of the way you interact with the mouse is great, but the ergonomics and the whole charging shtick is really problematic. But this product solves both of those, because not only can you get a lot more grip when you put your Magic Mouse into this adapter, but you can also wirelessly charge it. What's also great is that it doesn't disconnect the mouse when it is charging on this somehow. The wireless charger works great, is also magnetic, so you can use a MagSafe charger with this. It's a really cool accessory, and honestly, Apple should be selling this themselves. They'll make a killing on this, but it really drastically improves the overall mouse feel. And I absolutely love it. We've bought a lot of these, so go check these out before they sell out. Next up, we finally have a made in India product here. It's a power bank. It's a 26,800 milliamp power bank. And again, you're like, what's so great about this? The good thing about this is that it does support 100 watts of speeds. So you can charge devices up to 100 watts with this. And this also charges itself with up to 100 watts. In total, you have 3 USB ports, 2 USB 3 standard type A ports. These support 18 watts each. And then you do have a USB-C port that will push out 100 watts and also charges the power bank at up to 100 watts, which is fantastic. This is great if you want an all-in-one power bank. This will also work with laptops. It in fact runs the MacBook without any problem, and this is a really high quality product, and one of the big things that it is manufactured in India, which is great. Go check it out. We'll have it linked below. Now next up are the new Sony WF-1000XM5s. Now these are available on pre-order, and we have them here in the silver color. This is obviously the flagship from Sony as far as wireless, truly wireless noise cancelling earphones are concerned. They have some of the best features in the market. This generation is lighter and a lot more comfortable in the ear than the previous generations. You still get all the Sony features, and you can connect with the headphones app to customize and tune these headphones to get the perfect sound. They also have spatial audio along with audio customization as per your ear. You also have features which automatically pause the music if you start talking to somebody. So smart transparency mode is also there. And then you also have these new gestures that allow you to answer calls or end calls just by moving your head. You get about 8 hours of battery life in one charge, and just 3 minutes of charging will give you about 1 hour of battery life. This time around, the case also supports wireless charging, which is fantastic. Now, of course, we'll be doing a full in-depth review of these as well. So if you have any particular questions for these, drop them in the comment section below, and we'll also have a link in the description below so you guys can go check these out. I've owned this mouse for a while. It's the Logitech G Pro X Superlight, and this is basically one of the lightest mouse that you can get, and it is a gaming mouse. It does use Logitech's own Lightspeed connector. Overall, the mouse weighs in only at 62 grams. It's really light. It almost feels like air when you're holding it, and when you remove the dongle, it weighs in only at 60 grams. It's got a 25K sensor, about 25,600 dpi. You have 5 programmable buttons. Impressive battery life. I've been using this for a while, and I've only needed to charge it maybe once in 2 months, and it's compatible with both PC as well as Mac. So if you're gaming on PC, you can definitely use this, but you can also use this for editing or basic work on Mac as well. So definitely something that I recommend. It's available in a few colors, so you can go check it out. It's an expensive mouse, but if you're looking for a higher end mouse, this is definitely one of the most highest recommended, and it's really comfortable to use, very ergonomically built, and great for gaming as well. Next up, we're looking at this interesting power bank that is really small and compact. Now, typically power banks of this size have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but this one has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and what's more, it has a 30 watt of charging speed. So it can charge devices at up to 30 watts, so it can charge up a MacBook Air as well. This also has a built-in display that shows you the battery percentage at all times, and it also supports Samsung Super Fast Charge at 25 watts. You can also charge Apple devices at the maximum 20 watts of charging. It's extremely compact and lightweight and has a lot of versatility for a power bank. Really cool accessory. We'll have it linked in the description below. Next up, we're checking out this desk mat. Now, this is a really cool mat that can be used for your desktop accessories, so for your keyboard and your mouse. But this is a snap-on desk mat that also offers up additional accessories that allow you to organize your desk really well. So you have these built-in widgets that you can attach magnetically on the snap-on area at the top of the mat that will allow you to do certain things. So you have one which allows you to organize cables.
You have another one which is designed to help you charge Apple Watches. So you can charge your Apple Watch on this one. And then finally, you do have one which is a phone holder. Now these attach on the top magnetic area of the desk mat and allow you to organize your space really well. The mat itself is really well made and it works great for the keyboard as well as the mouse, but it also adds this additional functionality to make your desk setup a little more organized. Now the mat itself is available in a few colors and we have it linked in the description below. That completes our list for interesting things that we found online, but as always, we do have a bonus item here as well. We're checking out the Porsche Formula E Lego Technique set. Now this is something that is really interesting, but here's a quick time lapse of me creating it. Now obviously this is really fun to do, especially if you're into building things and like to use your hands, and this also is something that you can do with your family or with your friends, so it adds a lot of interesting aspects to it. This also has an included AR app that allows you to turn this into a little bit of a competition. This one is a fairly small kit, but it is available in lots of other vehicles as well, and we'll have this one linked in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, consider leaving a comment on which one of the products was your favorite, making sure that you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on. This has been iGyaan. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.